Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to get ready and I thought that I would record myself. Today I want to really dive into the pinks, which I feel like I typically go for pinks, but yeah, today's focus is kind of like a date makeup look, first love makeup that makes you look just really pretty, that has a slight cute expression because of the shades. I'm not trying to do like a really cute makeup look, it's just that these colors make you look very cute. I'm going to use some old favorites, some newer favorites, so it's kind of like a combination of both. So yeah, let's put some makeup on. Let me take my glasses off, which I got these glasses new not too long ago. And I really like them. I feel like they're a little bit more stylish than what I had before. For my base, I'm going to be using my hehe cushion, but I'm going to use a brush because I have been really liking to use my brush for this. A very light layer, concentrating on the inside of my face. That way it just looks the most skin-like and natural. To cover the rest of imperfections and a little bit of my under eye, I'm going to take my usual pot concealer. Next is bronzer, and since mine is a cream bronzer, I'll apply this before I use my powder. I have told you in the past that I really liked the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer, and I decluttered it yesterday after so long, which is one of the reasons why I decluttered it, and haven't really touched my other bronzers. And yesterday I decided to declutter it because it was pretty old, and the last time I used it, I looked so insanely shiny on my forehead where I had applied it. And I was kind of surprised because it is a powder formula and this one is a cream, but my skin looks way better at the end of the day when I use this one. I don't know if it was because it was older or if it was always like that and this one just holds back my oils more, although it's a cream. I don't know, it just, the last time I used it I didn't like it as much anymore, and that is why I stopped kind of using it. And yesterday I decluttered a couple of things from my collection. Goodbye to that bronzer for now. I have been really loyal to this one. I really enjoy it, so easy to apply. It's like perfect for me. I love it so much. I hope they never discontinue this, because if they do, I don't want to think about that. This powder from Honest Beauty is still the best thing that could have happened to me. I like that it doesn't have talc, and I just love how blurring and mattifying it is, but it makes me extremely nervous to see that I can literally not get it anywhere online, and I can't really, you know, or I could order it from the States. I don't really want to because then it's so much money that I don't even know if it's worth it. I still have so much left. Like, this thing is still pretty much full, but on the bottom it says that you should use it within 12 months, so I'm kind of scared. But powders usually last a pretty good amount of time, which is why I love to buy powder products, because they just last longer than creams and liquids. So I always felt like you get more bang for your buck when you go for powders. To add some color, I'm going to use two blushes. I'm going to first apply the Peripera Pure Blushed Sunshine. I can never say this name. Pure Blushed Sunshine Cheek. There we go. In the shade number 13, Nice Pink, which is a very light, cool toned pink, and I'm using my Filimilly 885 brush, which is my favorite blush brush at the moment. And I've been putting my blush like under my pupil till the end of my brow, a little bit more to the front of my cheek, because I feel like when I apply blush along my cheeks, it flatters my face type. I feel like it looks very nice, but I feel like it doesn't do much because I need the color in the front. That is where I feel like it makes the most impact in terms of making me look more awake and fresh. I apply blush here. Yes, it flatters my bone structure, but I feel like I still don't have the actual blush benefits. You know, doesn't really make me look more alive and lively. So that is why I've been applying it more here in the front. And the reason why I started with a blush like this that is more light is if I was going to go in with a dark color immediately and do this, I feel like it just creates more harsh lines and can look a little bit more intense. And another thing is also I try to use a matte blush when I do this step because I'm going in pretty far into my pore zone, and if I use something that is too shimmery, it can enhance that texture that we all have naturally, which is completely fine. It's just that if you're trying to make it look more smooth, I would recommend a more blurring matte powder first. Okay, now that this layer is on, I'm going to use my point color, which is deeper and more bright, and it is this blush from Catrice that I got recently. It's so pretty, it has a sheen to it. This is the Cheek Lover Marbled blush, and it is the shade 010 Dahlia Blossom. So pretty. I'm taking just a little bit because this is a lot more pigmented, and since this one has a sheen, I wouldn't go past the pupil. Like this area here I would try to keep blank. The other day I wore this, it was probably my worst makeup day because nothing was flowing. I hated my outfit. The entire thing was just not it. When I got to uni, I actually got a compliment on my makeup. And that my cheeks were so glowy, and it was funny because it was a day where I really was not feeling confident and comfortable in my makeup look, and someone else liked it so much, so that made me happy. I'm only going to add my highlighter to my nose tip. This is the More Than Glow highlighter from Catrice in Supreme Rose Beam, which is a beautiful cool tone shade. I'm only adding it onto my nose tip, blending it out with a clean finger so it doesn't look overly intense. Lashes are curled. I have two palettes here that I'm going to be using today. They both look, I don't want to say similar, obviously they kind of do because they're both kind of pink, and yeah, this is just what I thought I would use. I like the base tones in this palette, the pinks, to create like a base color, and I like this one more to add shadow because these shades here are pretty light in color. That is why I'm kind of doing like a combination. This is the Romance Bare Layer palette in 02 Strawberry Mood. Also like to use this blush in the same way that I used the Peri Pera one, but this one is even lighter. As you can see, it's really white based, so this I would definitely recommend to blend out other blushes because it can look a little bit pasty on the skin, even on my fair skin. So for my base color, I'm taking this lightest shade and mix it with the bottom one. This Romance palette is a good palette if you are scared of pinks because this formula is really, really soft. It's not very heavy in pigment. So like this, it's super soft. So, and now to add more shadow and contour, I'm using the Twinkle Pop Pearl Gradation All Over palette in the shade 2 for Pink Season, and I'm taking this color here. I'm applying it onto my outer V. I'm going to do my eyeliner like I always do. I am not very experimental with my eyeliner. It's either I do a wing or I only trace my upper lash line and kind of smoke it out. Next up is setting and blending out the eyeliner. I'll never skip this. It makes such a difference. It makes me, you know, feel at ease and peace inside. So I'm taking a very small detailed brush. This is a Maybelline brush that came with a gel black liner that I once bought, which I don't own anymore, but the brush is really nice. So I'm using this today to kind of smoke this out. To complete my eyes, we have to apply mascara. I recently tried a new one from my drugstore. I actually bought two, and I think from both of them I like this one better. So the other one that I also kind of like is the Maybelline Sky High mascara. I don't like the wand as much, and I don't feel like my lashes look as pretty This one has been my latest obsession. I like that it is easier, way easier to remove than the Romance mascara. It smudges a little bit more. The Romance mascara never crumbles, never smudges, nothing. So if that is something that is very important to you, I still, oh my god, I still recommend and love that mascara so much. But I wanted something that is more accessible to me, that I can just walk into my drugstore and buy. So this one is the Maybelline Lash Sensational Full Fan Effect Waterproof Mascara. Has to be waterproof, and I really like the brush. Really combs the lashes. It has different types of bristles along the brush, so as you apply you can really pack on the product, then you kind of brush it out. It just makes for such a beautiful lash. So first I use the side that has the shortest bristles to apply as much product as possible. After that I kind of start to turn my brush to the side where there are longer bristles, and like this I brush it out and make it look a bit more, you know, wispy. This is what it would look like. I think it looks so good. I really like it on my lashes. I feel like it makes them look so nice. I think that sometimes happens with this mascara is that I get it on my actual eyelid. With the Romance never happens, but this one is a little bit more of a wet formula, so I already have something on my lid. Okay, as you can see, lashes look stunning. I already applied the glitter that I wanted to use on this eye. Started with this bottom shade that has like a pink purpley kind of reflect, and then I topped it off with this one so it looks more multi-dimensional, having two different color shifts. I'm actually going to use the doe foot side of this Maybelline brush. I'm going to use the highlighter that I used in the beginning for my nose and apply that to my inner corner. Oh yes, this thing is so handy. I'll definitely start to use this. Why am I calling this doe foot? It's a sponge tip applicator. Sponge tip. I feel like sponge tips are so hated, but I feel like they can be so handy. Like, yes, if you want to apply it all over the lid, it's not the best thing because it is pretty impactful. Since it is a small surface, this is good to really pack something on maybe in a smaller area, which I think is why this is actually really good for the lower lash. Not too long ago, I did a little mistake when I was tweezing my eyebrows, and I feel like I removed so much of it that gave my brows its actual shape and character. And now I've been trying to grow that back out. Like, I removed too much at the tail at the end, and now growing it back is such it's such a hassle. If I think back to my school days, oh god, I had brows thin as paper, every brow shape imaginable. I had brows that started just here, like tweezed away almost half of them. This is as good as the brows are gonna get. Last step are the lips. Last video I showed you how I do my lips when I want to make them more defined. It's kind of like my lip routine for my small thin lips. If you want to watch that, have some tips and tricks, I guess. Videos up here, you can go and watch that if you wish. I'm going to use, no surprise, the GRWM All-in-One Over Lip Maker in the shade 02 Cool Pink. First I'm going to enhance my filter a bit. Since my lips are very dry at the moment, I don't know what happened, but they are so dry. I think I'll go for, obviously, a gloss. That's not even a question, but I'm kind of indecisive between these two lip tints. Fixin' Tint and Smoky Cherry, Ink Mood Glowy lip tint from Para in Rose in Mine. Since we have a more pink look, this would actually fit more to make it maybe not look too cutesy, because everything is pink, pink, pink. I think it'd be a good idea to use Rose in Mind. And I'll add the Essence Hydro Kiss Lip Oil and 01 on top to make it more glossy and more hydrating. And this is the finished look. I hope you guys had fun hanging out with me today. If you did, give me a thumbs up. That makes me so happy. Let me put on my glasses actually for the final touch. So yeah, I hope to see you next week with a new video, and until then, please, what was that? What am I doing? I'm in such a good mood right now. Anyways, I hope to see you next week with a new video, and until then, please take care of yourself. Bye!